Before we continue, would you mind subscribing to this channel? We've been doing lots of work, engaging with lots of brands and bringing you the best of everything that's available in the market. We cannot otherwise without your support. We need your support to continue to engage with brands and bring the latest and greatest in tech. Additionally, why we ask for your support is because we specifically ask for discounts for our viewers, and they will all be exclusive discounts through MyNextBest. So all we ask is to continue to support the channel. This family needs to grow bigger, so we are stronger, better together. So we work with the brands to bring bigger and better discounts for you guys. Thank you so much if you've subscribed. Let's continue.
It would surprise you watching MyNextBest, and if you remember correctly, we had another video in the past where we unboxed this Acer Predator GM7 as the latest and the greatest SSD NVMe 4x4 Gen 4, 2 terabytes of SSD storage, 7400 megabits per second and 6500 megabits per second write, and 7400 is about read. Yeah, so this is a super SSD card which we're going to be using on the Thinkbook Gen 5. So this is basically the upgrade video. Nothing fancy, nothing new. Let's just go about it. We have our kit right here, which has most of the things that we need. But really nothing that we need here at the moment is essentially other than this guy here. And we need to find out which screw can fit in this guy at the back. So let me turn it around and let's have a quick look at the kind of screw this one is. Yeah, so hopefully you can see this. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I also want to make sure that I'm not accidentally scratching the surface. It's a really nice looking laptop. The surface is really nice and smooth with this engraving of Thinkbook and Lenovo over here, which is pretty nice and slick. I want to make sure that it's all nice and safe. Okay, that's all done now. So I'm going to quickly just get straight onto the floor. I also need to find out whether I have the screw, the screw head type thingy for the back part to be taken out. So this is probably going to be okay. When nothing works out, you have your backup. And here's our backup. This is the Hometronics 37-in-1. We have reviewed this in the past. If you wanted to take a look, just have a look at the library of videos. You'd find the Hometronics. So we should definitely have this one screw here. There's quite a few over there. Yeah, we should probably also mention, worth mentioning, is that Hometronics is like, what a brand, what a company. They've got such a really cool product. This is the one that is battery operated, Type-C port, pretty cool. Very useful for these types of DIY type works. They've got all these magnetic attachments and you can use this pad. All your screws will live over here and you can keep them in the right order in these boxing things. This is to magnetize and demagnetize. You see that? Demagnetizer, and this is the magnetizer. Pretty cool things here, very nice. All right, so let's try and find this little thingy and let's open up the back part. Okay, so we found the one that we needed. So just to give you an update, this is the T4 screw head that you need. This is the one that would work. And if you see here, this is absolutely the one that would sort of fit in. And yeah, let's go ahead with the opening up. So put it on here. See, this one goes forward, this one goes backwards. And yeah, backwards it is. And let's try and give it a try. So this one certainly come out and it goes on this guy. Put it on there and it sticks because it's got the magnet, which is great. And now this one here, next one, just make sure you use the right amount of torque, because if you don't, then you might end up damaging the screw head. This is a difficult one. So we managed to get all the screws out. It was pretty simple, and all the screws are now here, as you can see. So they're all sticking onto the pad, which is pretty cool, just to keep all the screws together. So all the screws are out. Now it's time to take off the back part. We need the pick, possibly. Let's give it a try. Let's see if that works. Look, this box has everything that you need, which is quite good. Oh yeah, that's it. nice and simple. So use the pick, move it around across all the sides of your laptop. That should do the job. It's just stuck somewhere on the inside. Turn it around and give it a little wiggle so it just comes off if there's any locking joints or anything. Yeah, almost there. Run through on the sides, and I think it's come off already now. It's okay, all ready to go. I think the side still needs a bit of a wiggling to open up. There you are. So the back part's now opened. On the back you have a date mentioned, 8th of November 2024, that's what it says. So that's your back part, which has some cushion to sort of cover, to provide you like a bit of a space between the main chassis and the back panel. So I'm going to keep it away and let's look at what else you have. You've got the M.2 over here. Here's your second M.2, which is pretty much the same size, which is great. And the other M.2 slot is right here. This is the one that we're going to be upgrading, so we don't need the other screw that came with this box. If you have not seen that, you should probably look at the other video, which will be in the description. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's pretty simple, the work that needs to be done here. And let's first of all take this guy out. I think this one should do the job. Or would it? So give it a quick check. Yeah, that should be good enough. Yeah, nice and simple. Oh, silly me. So this goes in there, give it a little push and goes right so, like so, and get your little screw there. So that is all done, nice and simple. So you've upgraded now your laptop, or I upgraded my laptop to 1 + 2 3 terabytes of storage, which is a massive amount of storage for a laptop, but it's a really slick laptop. If you see, what we have here is a massive 80 watt-hour battery, Lenovo, that's the brand, and your SSD slots, of course. Within this specific space lives 2 RAMs, 16 gigs each, but you can upgrade it to about 192 gigabytes. So there's massive room there because the processor supports it. You can go for 192 gigabytes if you need to. I would probably be going for about 92 gigabytes or something, about 128 gigabytes at some point. 2 slots over here, so you can go for 64 gigabytes each, so it's going to be 128 gigabytes of RAM at some point. Not going to be going up to 192, it's going to be quite expensive, but I'm going to be swapping these ones that we have to 64 each at some point, if obviously then there's a need that arises. 2 nice fans, nice and pretty smooth, and they're already collecting some dust, which means that so probably needs some cleaning around the surroundings rather than just in the laptop. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. You have a really nice chassis at the bottom, got really nice heat sink pipes, you see, and the way it works in terms of the heat sink is these heat sinks cool the whole system, and they shove everything out from these sinks, like the exhausts over here. So these fans regulate the heat, and it all gets extracted out from these specific vents on the back of this device. And there's also some additional vents at the back of this case, you know, the cover. So lots of these, lots of openings, so it does obviously support a lot of coverage. On the back you do have this back thingy, which is kind of covered, which essentially is covered because of these heat sink, these pipes. Yeah, everything else is nice and covered. So nothing's moving, no moving parts here anywhere. I see everything looking really nice and slick there. Your Wi-Fi, or the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, the dual chip here, which is also upgradable, so you can swap it if you need to. This is a 6E. You can go for Wi-Fi 7 if you need to. It's swappable, so it's not soldered. The NVIDIA RTX 4060 graphics card, that's soldered in, so you can't swap that. It's 8 GB on this device. The one good thing about this one is it's got nice coolant and stuff. It's all covered, whereas this one's not going to be anything. It's just the way it is. So hopefully it should be fine. It should be okay. It's your C drive in there. You get 1 GB of C drive, although it's going to be slightly slower in comparison to the Acer Predator, but that should be okay. And I don't think there's much else to look at here. It's a pretty nice and slick device. Got USB-Cs, a 3.5mm jack, USB-A, Kensington lock. At the back you've got all these heat sinks. You've got the power port, you've got the HDMI, and on this side, you've got a couple of these USB-As and your SD card reader. So quite a few ports, gives you ample to use. There's nothing much other than that. So I'm going to quickly close the back case, the back part, and let's just do all the setting back to its factory state. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions or queries at all, please reach out. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to MyNextBest. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Take care. Cheers. Bye.